Okay, folks, I'm going to give you a little bit of background about what we're doing here. This is a buddy of ours. His name's Jeremy. This is his 65 Ford F100. It's a short bed step side truck. It's got a 460, I believe a C6. Could be wrong on that. We haven't verified that. The reason why we're doing this is Jeremy's a good guy. He's been over here multiple times, just hanging out, handing us tools, helping us out with stuff. And this truck's been sitting in his dad's barn for 11 years. It's basically been sitting there just because it needed brakes. I know Jeremy knows some mechanicals, but this one might be a little bit beyond what he knows. So we're helping him out with his dad. His dad's helping us to get all the parts, get us access to the truck so we could bring it here to my place. And so we're just trying to do this to help him out. He's been over here with us with our trucks, and he's always said, you know, he really wants to get his truck back up and running, just so he can get out and enjoy it. And it's a cool truck. I know I'm a Chevy guy, but this is a really cool Ford. So I'm excited to get this thing up and running for him so he can get out and enjoy it. So hopefully we can get everything done in a pretty quick manner and give him a pretty big surprise, because he has no idea that we're doing this, and we're trying to keep it that way. So so that way we can give him a really nice surprise, and he can go out and hit some of these cruises with us and get out and enjoy his old truck. And just want to let y'all know that, you know, if you don't know everything you think you ought to know about vehicles, don't be scared. Just jump in there and start figuring it out. Use the internet. Google is a hell of a thing. And if you're not sure what you're doing, go to an old cruise in. Go somewhere where these old car guys hang out and where they go, and just ask questions. I tell you, the car community, they're some really cool folks, and always out to give a helping hand. And so we're just kind of helping Jeremy out with his truck so he can get out and enjoy this thing and really have some fun in it. So a couple of the guys that are helping me with this is it's actually his neighbor and a friend. His name's Matt. My name's Matt, by the way. I don't think I said that, but but this is Matt, and he's here helping us out. And we're gonna tag team this thing, and then his son Caden's here as well. Okay, you want to step over here so we can actually see you. So we got Caden. My son will probably be helping out a little bit, but he's in and out of the shop fairly frequently. So so we're gonna get over here and we're gonna tear into this thing and see if we can't make it a fun ride for Jeremy to enjoy and not have to worry about the mechanical side of it. And then that way he can kind of concentrate on changing up some things, maybe doing some different paint stuff, some accessories, maybe some lighter repairs, and we'll be there to help him if he really wants it. So I guess that's about it on this. So we'll see how this project turns out. Well, out here at the farm, fixing to open up this barn to check out a truck. It's a buddy of ours. He's had this truck sitting in here for about 11 years. And it is a 65 Ford. Sitting in this little barn, just chilling out. And it is a little short bed step side. Whew. Smell them tarnished paint fumes or gas fumes. I'll have to get that tailgate up. It's a pretty straight old truck. Plenty of dust on it. It's not in too bad a shape. Wow. Old varnished smell gas is pretty terrible. But yeah, pretty sharp old truck. Yeah, it's a truck. Not a whole lot to it. Looks like it's got maybe some tractor paint on it. Not 100% sure. And there goes a wasp. All right, let's see if we can't get this turkey open. And popping the hood, I was told that this is a 460 out of an old ambulance. And the story behind it was the ambulance had a fire in the back half of it, and prior to that, they had actually just rebuilt this motor and put it in that ambulance. This motor probably has 20-ish thousand miles on it. Believe it has a C6 hooked up behind it, but this thing hasn't been on the road or running in about 11 years. So we're going to drag this home and see about getting it up and running on the road and surprise our buddy, because he has no clue we're doing all this. So stay tuned. Hey guys, so what we got going on here is the tires on the truck weren't completely flat, but they were down pretty good. So I have a little 12-volt compressor, and we had a battery, brought it in there and just put some air in the tires so it'd roll a little bit easier. So that's what you're seeing going on right here. I got this turkey pulled outside. Now I can really get a good look at it. I think we'll clean this paint up pretty good, or as good as it can get. Got a little primer hanging out, maybe some test spray. Couple little Bondo pops, nothing major, but I think she'll shine up nice. We'll get in here and oof, I don't know if y'all can see that, but man, there's some orange peel on there. Like I said, I think they shot it with tractor paint, so it's got some thick paint on it. So we'll go through and clean that up. I'm looking. So we got red, primer, black. I don't know if that's a primer coat or white. And we got more primer, some more red, and some more primer. So this thing may be a red truck from the factory. I do like the blacked out grill. Black and red always goes together really nice. So yeah, can't wait to get this guy washed up and cleaned up so we can actually get a little better idea what it's going to look like once we get to working on it. Does the horn work? Nope, no horn. That's it, we're selling it. Yeah, we're going to work on trying to get this thing loaded up on the trailer, so we'll check back in shortly. Now it's time to load this truck on a trailer. Unfortunately, we don't have an electric winch, so we tried to push this thing up there. We grossly underestimated how heavy this thing was, because it rolled back pretty hard on us. So it was a heavy truck. So what we ended up doing is got the come along and a couple chains out and just come along winched it up till we got the front of the truck up onto the trailer pretty good, and then we just shoved it on up there. Got it all the way back up onto the truck. So then we got it chained down and ready for the ride. So here we are rolling the truck off the trailer and getting it into my driveway so that we can get it cleaned up a little bit. I do not have a pressure washer, and we didn't have access to one the day that we were shooting this, so we just went old school with it and just got a 5-gallon bucket, threw some dish soap in there. I threw a little bit of purple power degreaser in with it just to help clean the paint up a little bit, and scrubbed it up with just a soft brush. Just went through and scrubbed it down real good, and got it cleaned up pretty good so we can get it rolled into the shop and not have to worry about a bunch of dirt and dust everywhere. So we'll catch back up with you here shortly. So we can't do about this under hood situation. Motor ain't really greasy, which is nice. It's different. So anytime you put degreaser on paint, you're going to want to be careful because it'll eat that paint right up. So with this being tractor paint, I'm not too terribly worried about it, or what I suspect is tractor paint. Not too terribly worried about it, but you know, we don't want it eating it all up and making it just nasty. So let's give her a shot. All right, I'll let this thing drip dry for just a little bit, and we'll come back and drag it in the shop so we can get started on this thing. The truck is now inside, and we have let it drip dry. It's dried up pretty good. We went ahead, my batteries went down on the camera, so while the camera was off, we went ahead and pulled the plugs, pulled the wires, pulled the plugs, and we shot a little Marvel's Mystery Oil down into the cylinders. Let that sit. We got the boys over here and the young lady helping with polishing up some of the aluminum and the chrome, trying to get that all cleaned up and done. And you can see the plugs are yeah, she's a little rich, but we'll get in here. I'm probably gonna have to, oh yeah, well, that carburetor might be all right. It feels pretty good. We'll see what she does. In worst case, we'll just pull the card and rebuild it if need be. But we've got brake parts on order. We were told that the master cylinder is dry. We haven't opened that guy up yet. It's one of those really fun units. So we were told that guy's dry. And the wheel cylinders are leaking, so we've got new wheel cylinders supposed to have been ordered, so we'll get new wheel cylinders sent to us here before long, hopefully later this week, first of next week maybe. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to try to get the wheels off. We actually have one of those wonderful little lock lugs that yeah, we don't have a key for it, so we're going to end up having to figure out a way to get those lugs off of there, but that shouldn't be too bad. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to come over here, and we're going to pull the seat out, and probably find all sorts of mouse poo and some mice nests, some little mouse houses back there. We're going to pull that seat out, and then we're going to get this gas tank out of here, drain it off, and see if it needs to be cleaned up and what. So I ended up stuffing a rag down in there just to try to knock some of the scent down on that really strong turpentine smell. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna put this guy up on jack stands. We're gonna start pulling stuff apart, and I'll just set y'all up and let y'all watch.
some fun nest.
Oh, we're about to find all sorts of nastiness in this
Well,
thing.
I'm looking down through there.
Oh, you can see the see the wonderfulness that awaits us.
Yep.
Would a ratcheting wrench work better for that?
Actually, probably.
What size you got?
9/16.
Okay. Well, let's go get a 9/16. Yep.
Guys, we're coming your way. I'm done over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the first one was easy.
Oh yeah, I can see them.
All right. Let's see what pleasures await us. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, look at that. All sorts of goodness coming out. Not a big fan of having meese in my shop. Get this really good point of view right here.
Hey man, you know what Ford did really good? They put handles for you to grab onto and move it.
You know what's bad about this wrench? It's not long enough.
Oh, really? Yeah. I don't have any other
It'll
fancy,
work. But
fancy dancy long ones. Which way are we going out with this? Be easier to go out passenger side.
yeah.
We got more room to operate.
What?
Where's that?
This side lifted up though. I lifted up on it.
Oh, there's one.
I got one up on the front side here. Where?
This one has two in the back. You might have two in the back over there. I didn't see any.
Nope, there's definitely another one in the back. Well, the good thing is, we ain't got much running out when we move this, so.
Not yet.
Don't watch that wire.
That ain't ground, that's hot.
You got something.
Let's go over there and help.
Ooh, batteries.
Acid.
Ooh, it's handy. Oh, yeah. Seatbelt holds. Okay. We're going to go ahead and just take this outside. You go that way with it.
You can come a little bit.
Because I'm out of. There you go. Okay. Well, you're trying to get your side out first? It may be easier for me to get my side out.
Yeah,
Because, you know, there.
yeah, he just needs to angle it, you know, walk it out.
Hey, another mouse nest.
Oh, move your hand, son.
Okay.
Feeling heavier?
Dude, don't worry about that right now. This, it's kind of awkward. So we definitely need to keep that end up. That's, I don't know, 10 gallons maybe? Last night we pulled this tank out. I was hoping that we could save it, but ow, it does not appear as though we're going to be able to. It is pretty doggone rusty. I don't know if anybody can see anything down in there, but it is, well, if you just look at the neck, you can see how bad the neck is. It's about that way all the way through that thing. It is terrible. So we ordered, where you're ordering a new fuel tank for this guy. Ah. God, and the smell is stout. So we have the fun-filled problem of this lug lock with no key, and the only way to get those off that I know of is to take a slightly larger 12-point socket. Be nice if I had an impact socket. Just slide it right over the top of that dude. I'm gonna pass the camera back and just beat the tar out of it until it goes on there. All right, that's on there. Forgot to grab my impact. So now I got that turkey on there. Let's put the impact to it and see if it comes on off. Boom. Just like that. Let's see. You can see where it bit down in it. And it dug in down on the sides, grabbed a hold of it, and we pulled that thing right off. So 3 more of these to do. Oh, and to get these things out, take it over to a vise and punch it out with a screwdriver. It tends to work pretty well. So 3 more of those and we'll be ready to go. I'll go ahead and knock this wheel off since it's got regular lugs for the rest of it. Well, if we look at that, we at least know that they're not C's, so that's great. Oh yeah, we definitely. Yeah. Man, I don't see any problem with the wheel cylinder. Those shoes are, whoo, they are glazed. Things are smooth as a baby's butt. Yeah, we're gonna need to do some bearings. Either tighten those up or pull them. They roll pretty good, so we probably ought to pull them off.
Yeah, but they're roaring.
We'll pull them off, repack, and reset the nut. Because I mean, we've got, or just replace them.
I'll ask.
And of course, I mean, it just
to.
depends on what they look like on the inside, you know.
Yep.
So if they're marred and chewed up, then yeah, we'll definitely have to.
It looks like a bent tie rod.
It does.
I don't know if that's normal or
Yeah, if it was a Chevy, I could tell you yes. I don't know Fords. But, cool. Yeah, so definitely shoes. And it's kind of one of those, might as well since we're in here. Oh.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that's where the problem is. Look at this line. Hard as a rock. That's probably why the brakes ain't working. Because that thing's probably shut down. It's probably collapsed all the way in. Won't take anything.
I'll put that to all of them.
So we'll check in on that. But
definitely need some shocks.
oh yeah. All right. So we're looking at new rubber lines. Might as well, since we're in here, go ahead and do wheel cylinder.
He's already getting them.
Okay. Did he get a brake hardware kit? Like new springs?
I do not know the answer on that one.
Because I prefer to do springs. That's cheap. I mean, it's like $10. New shoes. I mean, those shoes aren't terrible, but I mean, with them things being glassed over like that.
Yeah, there ain't much in there.
So, and then we'll pull those apart and check them bearings.
Definitely.
All right, so we're going to get going on this stuff, and we'll check back in with you here in just a little bit. So that's going to do it, folks. We're just to kind of recap. We pulled the truck out of the barn, loaded on the trailer, drug it here to the house, gave it a quick bath, cleaned it up a little bit, pulled it in the shop, got it on stands, pulled the wheels and tires, and started doing an inspection on the brakes. So what we ended up finding out is all the brake lines are seized up, so we're going to end up having to replace all the brake lines. The rear drums are not going to turn.
Nope. The fronts definitely were not.
Yeah, the fronts weren't going to turn, or they were question. That's right. The front ones were a little questionable. The rear ones are definite. And then, so we'll dive into that later in another episode when we address all the brakes. So we've kind of got our hands full with this one, and we'll see more. We'll run into more things as we go, I'm sure. So that'll do it for now. You got anything to add?
Nope. I think we're good.
Okay. All right. Well, just remember, ain't got to be perfect. Just good enough. Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.